After the Party by Lisa Jewell. Read by Imogen Church. Prologue. The 12th anniversary of Ralph and Jem's first kiss falls upon a cool, paper-dry Wednesday at the beginning of March. The wisteria outside Jem's office window has yet to yield its cascades of perfumed lilac blooms, and the hydrangea by the front door is stubby and only just turning green. Spring feels a long way off, although it is just round the corner. At about 3:15, Jem leaves her office, heading for an appointment in Battersea. She takes with her a small manila folder, her mobile phone, her handbag, and a loaf of brown bread. Before she leaves, she turns to her assistant, Mariel, who is making tea in the kitchenette, and says, "Off to see the recluse." "Oh," says Mariel. "God, good luck." "Thanks," says Jem. "I'll need it. I'll be back in an hour." Mariel smiles sympathetically, and Jem closes the door behind her. The sad irony of a trip to Almanac Road on such an auspicious date is not wasted on her. She is painfully aware of it as she walks the 15 minutes from the office on Wandsworth Bridge Road. When she gets there, she glances down, as she always does, into the basement pit of the house at number 31. Terracotta tiles gleam, newly laid and freshly mopped. 3 small trees carved into pom-pom balls of varying sizes sit in shiny cobalt blue pots. The front door is thickly painted in a matte shade of mushroom and dressed with nickel-plated knobs and knockers. Through the window, she can see more mushroom paint on walls hung with black and white photography. Suddenly, 2 small hands and a baby's head appear over the top of the sofa. Jem smiles, the baby smiles, then disappears again. Someone else lives here now. A young family, a house-proud family with enough money to renovate the run-down flat they'd bought a year ago, and enough foresight to have done it when the lady of the house was 4 months pregnant with their first child. Unlike Jem, who had spent the last night of her first pregnancy on a mattress in the dining room of her sister's flat, her possessions piled around her in gigantic cardboard boxes like a township, waiting for a woman in Camberwell to sell her flat to a man in Dulwich so that the owner of their new house in Herne Hill could sign the completion forms and hand them their front door keys. Before the very neat and well-organised family lived here, a scruffy woman with a deadbeat teenage son and 3 obese cats had lived here. And before the scruffy woman with the fat cats, a young couple with matching bikes and cagoules had lived here. And before the smug, outdoorsy couple with the bikes, a man called Smith had lived here, alone, having an existential crisis that led eventually to him retraining as a Reiki teacher and relocating to San Francisco. And even longer ago than that, years before the man called Smith had lived here alone having an existential crisis, Smith's best friend, Ralph, had lived here with him. And so, for a very short while, over 12 years ago, back in 1996, when Oasis were the most famous band in the country and football was supposedly coming home, when she was a child of only 27, had Jem. Jem can feel it even now as she stands on the pavement, peering through the window at strangers' mushroom walls. She can still feel the electric jolt of sudden promise, the thrill of new beginnings. She feels it for just a moment, and then it passes, because for some strange reason, things have not worked out how she thought they might during those long-ago days. And now it's just a dull echo of a moment in her life when fate, chance, and destiny all came together and took her...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?